Today we discuss the Fender Tone Master Princeton. Hey, James G here with Tarpley Music in Fort Worth, Texas. But remember, you can always find us online if you need to at tarpleymusic.com. And please subscribe to our channel below if you haven't done so. So today I'm talking about the Fender Tone Master Princeton. It's from the Fender Tone Master series of amps that basically are solid-state amps that are using proprietary DSB modeling process to emulate the tube amps. And of course, you can go on any website or any video, and you will hear back and forth clatter between comments of what people think of tube only and solid state and all that, and that's great, you know. But the truth is I think everything has its place. I think these are really, really good products. Everyone definitely has their opinion. That's the beauty of gear, right? But today we're going to talk about what makes this Tone Master series what it is. So first of all, it's a pine cabinet. And it's solid state. So this is under 20 pounds. So very lightweight for the kind of sound that it gives, in my opinion. It has a 10-inch Jensen C10R, which is the ceramic magnet speaker in it with 10 ohms. And there's also a 6-way power attenuator. So you can go from 0.3 to really break it up if you want to get more of drive, all the way to full power at 12. So you have 3.75, 1.5, 3, 6, and 12. And so you can really dial in whatever type of, if you really, when you want it to break up when you pull the volume all the way up. Because what you have is volume, you have your treble and bass, onboard reverb, and then the speed and intensity for your tremolo. Now, it will be referred to as vibrato on the 2-switch pedal that comes with it, but indeed it is tremolo. Tremolo is the in and out of volume, as for vibrato is the movement up and down of pitch. However, that's a whole nother video, but it is, in fact, from a effect standpoint, you're really talking about tremolo. Now, in the back of this thing, you have a direct out. You also have a cabin simulator, so you can turn that off. Cabin 1 simulator is simulating a Shure SM57, kind of right on the cone, so really very popular way to mic amps. So you're going to get a lot of attack and brightness and some brass if you need to. And then the second one is a Royer Labs R121 ribbon mic, so you're going to get more of that ambient room warmth kind of sound when an amp. But those are for direct out for cabin simulation, whether you're going right into a PA system, right into your interface to record, or what have you. So there's also is a USB port that's underneath here that you can get to if you need to do firmware updates. So what I like to do is I'm going to do direct to show you the two cab simulations to hear kind of what they sound like when you're going direct. And then we're going to mic this thing up, and I'm going to show you some different the different powers for the power attenuator and how lowering that power can really get you some gain when you max out this volume and listen to it break up. All right, so I'm playing a Fender Ultra Strat here. Just going to stay in the neck position, just that way it's consistent through this. But I'm going through the Tone Master amp here. I've got the bass at about 7.5, treble sitting about 4.5. Reverb is on about 2. And so now I'm going right out of here with the XLR direct out with no cab simulation. So this would be, if you just plugged it right in, going direct out. Okay, so we're going to switch to the Cab 1 simulation, and I said this would be like a SM57 or a directional dynamic mic, pretty close to the cone. Okay, and then Cab Simulation 2 is where we have a ribbon mic, so we should get a little bit more warmth, a little bit more ambient sound. Cool. now we'll keep it direct, except I'm going to turn on the tremolo, and then I've got this pretty intense. So this is at about an 8.5. I'm sitting at 6 as far as speed. So your intensity is how that volume is, how drastic the volume is going to go in and out, and of course the speed is how fast that wave is. So here is the tremolo. I can take it, make it really slight if I wanted to do a really slow and not so intense tremolo. Or if I want to keep it really slow but very intense, almost like kind of like a Leslie or something. But all right, so now just really kind of giving an idea of what changing the power on the back of this thing will do for you. We have it mic'd up with the Sennheiser E906. I'm sitting just a little bit off the cone, pretty close. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start all the way at 12 here. So this is our full power. Like I said, this is our clean. That gives us a lot of headroom because it's not going to break up as we turn it up. Okay. So the complete opposite of that is we go all the way to 0.3 watts. Now, as I hit this, it's going to start breaking up, and you're going to start getting gain out of it because it's low wattage, but you're pulling that volume all the way up. Okay, so then from there, that would be 0.75. This would be 1.5. So here's 3. Start breaking up about halfway in through there. Then, of course, when you get to 6, you will get more clean headroom, and then 12 you get all the way at headroom again. So if you wanted to get a good clean punch but with just a little bit of overdrive, maybe hit it around 0.75 or 1.5, and then you can just start getting a little grit on that. So makes a lot more sense, of course, as you're miking that amp to really kind of get that sound out of that. And so it's a really good way to, especially when you're recording, because it's like there's something about a really low wattage amp that's really pushed the gain to kind of get that naturally overdriven tube sound. So that's what you're getting, and you have all that power just by the back of the switch here. You can go all the way from 0.3 to full 12 watts. All right, so we've heard some tones from the amp just on its own, but I wanted to hear what it'll sound like in a mix with some other instruments. First with some tremolo, second without. All right, hit it, boys. So it's one thing that Fender obviously is known for is incredibly great amps, especially for their clean tone, that ability to get a lot of headroom with their clean tone. And I'm the same way. I mean, I love tube amps. I'm amazed with what they're doing with this stuff now. I think everything has its place. And I actually have a Tone Master Deluxe reverb from this series personally that I used on several gigs. And they're just really, really amazing amps. And, like I said, you're going to argue about it in the comments and have at it. That's fine because, that's the beauty of music and ear and gear and all that kind of stuff is people should have their opinions on that kind of stuff. But I'm really amazed with this. And it's been really nice in some stuff that I've done where I could just go direct if it was last second or if whatever reason, if it's easier for them or maybe they want no stage volume because you can actually You can actually go direct and leave this on and still have this going as for an on-stage monitor, but you can actually put it in standby mode, so nothing's coming out of the speaker, but it's still going to the interface. So there's just a lot of versatility with it. One part I really like is my back loves it because it's so much lighter. The Deluxe is 23 pounds. But anyway, so I really think if you're really open-minded about that whole thing and giving it these amps a good shot. And I've had several people come up and say, "Oh, I love those, Deluxe Reverb tube amps." I'm like, "Oh, cool." And the whole time I'm like, "It's not. It's actually one of the new Tone Master series with the DSP and blah blah blah." But whatever. Like I said, I don't claim to know everything. I just have my opinions of what I like about all the different kinds of things that I'm very fortunate to play. So, really cool series. We actually have several of the different Tone Master ones up here as a twin deluxe and a Princeton up at Tarpley Music. So come see for yourself. Come in, pull a guitar, bring your own guitar in, so you know exactly how that guitar feels and sounds, and then go through the amp. That's just something I'm never going to be able to simulate on a video situation, even though we have the audio of it. Something about sitting right in front of it while you're playing just cannot be matched in any way. So I really hope you, if you didn't know anything about Tone Master series, I hope you kind of learned something about kind of what they're doing with that, and check them out and look them up. Hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. We really appreciate the feedback and the comments, and it just helps us get better, make better videos. And of course, if you want to see as we do more videos, because we are constantly dropping videos, you can just turn on notifications right there, right after you hit the subscribe button to be a subscriber if you're not. And then you just turn on notifications, and we'll see you on the next one.